How you doing? My name's Jim. Appreciate you taking time to see me today. I've never been in counseling before, and I appreciate you letting me come and talk to you. And I appreciate you not making me put the camera on me. So I don't know where to start. I guess I'll start with some of the questions that you asked on the paperwork that I filled out front on, I think it was your client information form. I guess I'm here for individual counseling. My wife left 3 weeks ago. We've been married for 32 years. I'm 52. I guess we're not legally separated. We're not divorced. But that's where we are as far as a relationship. I'm a white guy. I work at the Ford plant. I've been working there for 27 years. You asked about my mom, and she's dead. She died 3 years ago. We had a good relationship, me and Mom did. I was the baby of the family, and had one brother and one sister older than me, pretty close to my sister. My brother, we're not enemies or nothing, we just don't ever see each other. My mom died from breast cancer. She fought that a long time. My dad died last year, about this time. 87. Not very close with my dad. You know, when I was growing up, he just worked all the time. That's what dads did. They worked all the time. Took care of the family. Mom didn't work. She took care of the family. Dad took care of everything else. Don't hate my dad, never did. Just never had much of a relationship with him. That's the way it was. I don't have any friends that had close relationships with their dads, I don't think. My sister's 10 years older than me. She lives about 4 hours away, but we're close. She kind of raised me when I was a little kid. My brother's 3 years older. Good guy, but just he and I are just different. You asked what problems brought me in. Don't think I got an alcohol problem, never have, but over the last few weeks I've been drinking quite a bit more, just trying to get myself to sleep at night. I don't think there's ever any alcohol or drug abuse in my family. Never really had any anger problems. Never been one who's fearful or worried much. I guess my wife, maybe even my kids would say I got a communication problem. Kind of the way I would do things. I come home from work, work on the line. Been doing that a long time, 27 years. Work 10, 12-hour shifts sometimes 6 or 7 days a week. Just depends on the economy. Come home and especially probably after I turned 45, kind of after the kids all left the house. They were graduating from high school and college. Just come home, sit in my chair and watch TV. It's one of the things my wife said when she left a few weeks ago. So we've been nothing but roommates for 20 years. She said she'd rather be alone she felt she would be less lonely if she just lived alone. She told me it was killing her to live with me and be lonely. Never had a problem gambling. Been to the riverboat a few times up in Indiana. My dad died a year ago, but really didn't grieve his death. I don't think. I may be depressed. I can't sleep. I might get a couple hours of sleep a night. Find myself just laying in bed staring at the ceiling. First couple of weeks I went through every phone record, all the bank records. I was convinced my wife must be having an affair. That's the only reason she'd leave me, but there's absolutely nothing. I haven't put a tracking thing on her car. There's nobody else. It'd be easier if there was. I've had to stay out of work 4 days because I wake up just crying. I'm just so sad. We're in pretty good shape financially. Don't have any legal problems. I got a pretty good relationship with my kids. My oldest has two kids, so I got two grandkids, but they live 4 hours away. My youngest, my daughter, she calls me 2-3 times a day. She's worried about me. Sometimes I don't even answer the phone though, because I just hear the pity in her voice. I never had any abuse, physical or sexual. Never had any thoughts of suicide. Although there's some days I just think it'd be easier to be dead. I think that's pretty normal when life has been pulled out from under you. I'd never do it. Me and the missus, we never got violent. Now, maybe we'd been better off if we'd gotten violent. According to her, the last 20 years, we never even talked. We were just roommates. The question asked if I've lost any weight. I think I've lost about 20 pounds in the last 3 weeks. A buddy once told me the stress diet was the best diet there was. I just ain't got no appetite. It's hard to concentrate. Had two of the trucks I put together. My part didn't even make it through quality assurance. I may end up losing my job if I don't get my crap together. That's why I'm here. Can't afford to lose my job. I only got 3 more years before I retire. Just don't have any energy. Don't want to do anything. Just want to go home and go to bed. there anything you can give me to sleep? A buddy of mine told me I just need to go to the doctor and tell him I need something for sleep and for depression. I don't know about that. What do you think? Don't have much of a medical history. Been pretty lucky there. Never been on any medication or anything. Don't have any allergies. I was in the hospital once, but they never figured out I was there for 3 days. They think maybe it's my gallbladder. That was about 8 years ago. Both my parents lived to be in their 80s. Grandparents lived to be in their 90s. Got a healthy stock. No alcohol or drug use in my family other than just, very, very casual drinking. Never been in counseling before. Something else my wife said, and she's right. She's tried to get me to go to counseling, marriage counseling over the years. I was told her I wasn't going to no counseling, wasn't nothing wrong with me, wasn't broke. I do have weapons in my house. I've got 3 or 4 guns. They're locked in my safe, but you don't need to worry about that. I don't smoke. I did when I was young. Never did drugs. Never had time for it. Never had any legal charges. I got a couple of buddies I bowl with, a couple I play golf with. My wife was really involved in church. I never much had time for it. Now, I don't talk to my friends about my problems. In fact, I don't think any of them even know except one. That Betty left me. The only stress I have in my life is trying to figure out how to do life now that my wife's gone. I used to joke about how good it'd be if I didn't have a ball and chain around my ankle. I'd give anything to have it back. You asked about how I'm functioning currently on a scale, I think, from 0 to 100. Probably a 40. Probably a 40. I'm still going to work most days. And if I could just stop thinking, if I could just shut the thoughts down. My goals for counseling, well, I really don't know why I'm here. Guess I just want somebody to talk to, somebody who can not look at me with sympathy and pity. Somebody who can help me figure out how to move on. Just don't know how to move on. Well, that's all I can think of to talk about. I know that You said you just wanted to listen this first time we met. It helps a little bit to talk about it. Thanks for letting me talk.